everyone, it's Gracie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am currently sitting outside, so if you hear lawnmowers and birds and various other animals, you'll know why. But here on my channel, we do a lot of bullet journaling, sketching, painting, and art, so if you're interested in any of those things, be sure to hit the button down below to subscribe and hit the little bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a new video. So, we are heading into August 2018. July was the last month that I could squeeze into my old bullet journal. Here it is, looking very loved, very full. So I'm ready to retire this one and move on to my brand new bullet journal. Now, if you're wondering what's up with the cover, this is a Leuchtturm 1917 bullet journal, and I love these. I ordered mine off Amazon. Amazon's not a sponsor. But I ordered mine off Amazon, and it came, unfortunately, damaged. Now, Amazon made it right, as they always do. In my experience, Amazon has excellent customer service, so they definitely went above and beyond to make it right, but it did come damaged, and I didn't want to waste the bullet journal. That just seemed, I didn't want to be wasteful. So I decided to improvise my cover a little bit. I took some craft paper, tore it, used my white gel pen to do some writing on the front, and I think it turned out okay. I mean, it's not as clean as I would like it to look, but it definitely helped to mask some of the damage. And it wasn't huge damage, it was just, you know, dented up real good, and I wanted to make sure I didn't waste it. I wanted to put it to good use. So that is what's with the cover. That's what's going on there. So again, this is a Leuchtturm 1917. I'm just going to show you how I've started setting up the bullet journal and some of the collections I've added. If you want to see the monthly plan with me, I already have a bunch of those posted on my channel. And of course, I'm going to be doing August 2018, my monthly setup coming very soon. So this is just my starting point, and I'm sure there'll be more collections as we go. These are just kind of where I am starting. Okay. And as with all of the Leuchtturm 1917 journals, it does come with an index, which I really like, but I'm not real great at using it. I was a complete index fail in my previous journal, so maybe the index will be something that I will actually use this time. We shall see. So then we have my key. Now, the last bullet journal I used, I'll go ahead and show you the difference. I really wanted to clean up my journal with this one. My first bullet journal was a complete and total learning curve. Some folks can jump into bullet journaling and they're really good at it immediately and they know exactly what they want it to look like. I did not have such a plan in mind with my previous bullet journal. I had watched a ton of videos and I looked all over Pinterest and Instagram for inspiration, but I really wasn't sure what I wanted mine to look like. So here is my key from my first bullet journal. Hopefully you can see that. I'm doing this real vlog style. I'm not really being very formal about this, but here's my first key. And I mean, it's okay, but you can kind of tell that I was trying to be kind of artsy about it, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So that was my first key. Again, not terrible, just not exactly what I was going for completely. So this is my new key, which I really like. I just think it's clean, to the point, very simple. A key should not be that big of a production, I don't think. And what I did here around the border is I just did my bullets and the same symbols I do for my tasks and finished. So I don't know, that kind of turned out kind of cute, but that's just kind of my own little thing. Okay, so now we have my future log. Now again, in my first journal, my future log did not look anything like this. Here's my first journal with my future log. Super cute. I really liked the way that it looked, but it was completely, it wasn't very utilitarian. It did not allow me to write anything. I mean, it's pretty, but I never referenced it. So what I did here with this future log is it gives the same idea, where I have the months at a glance, these little calendars with the highlights, the different colors, which I love, but I did it in the columns, which of course a lot of bullet journalers do. This is nothing unique to me per se, but I love the fact that I can look ahead, but also write down events and different things that are going to come up. So that's kind of what I did for the design there, and I did a full year. So first 6 months, second 6 months, and I had thought about waiting till a new year to start a bullet journal, because I know there are journalers who do a new journal literally every year. But I started my previous journal in September 2017. No. Yeah, September 2017 was when I started my first bullet journal. And it went almost a year. So I didn't feel the need to divide it completely by year. I just am starting it when I need to start it and finishing when I need to finish. So that's why it's this future log starts in August of this year and ends in July of next year. And then we have my expense tracker, and I have 2 pages of this. And I tried, as hard as expenses can be, I wanted to make it very happy, so I ended up adding some palm leaves and making it look kind of cute, but I wanted to treat this much like a check register, basically. So very straightforward, to the point. In case you can't see, this is my description column, the date of that transaction, whether it's a debit or credit, the amount, and then the leftover balance. So that's how I'm going to treat that. And then again, I have 2 pages because I need the space. And then I went ahead and I'm starting to add my collections. Now this is going to be my reading log, and this is real simple, just title, author, and then I used my little stencil here, which has a little star symbol, and I added 5 stars, and as I finish each book, I can give it my own little rating. Just a cute little addition there. This, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my podcast page yet. I have been totally into podcasts recently. I know I'm totally late to the party on that, but I've really been enjoying listening to different podcasts because I'm so busy and I'm working all the time and doing different stuff. So having the audio playing in the background, I don't know. I enjoy YouTube videos, but it's nice to be able to have something that is strictly designed to be audio. But anyway, I digress. This is going to be my podcast page, and I'm not sure how I'm going to utilize that yet, if I should just put my favorite podcast shows on there, if there are any specific episodes that really spoke to me. I don't know. I just wanted to have a space where I could dedicate it to my podcasts. And then on this page, I have my wish list, which I just have item, price, and whether I got it or I decided not to get it. And I got real cute on this, kind of cutesy on this one. I like the little light bulbs, and I did little fireflies in a jar down below. It just made it look more whimsical, so I took some more artistic liberty with this specific spread. And in case you haven't noticed, there is a fair amount of ghosting happening here. And I really didn't have that much of a problem with ghosting in my first Leuchtturm 1917, so I am not sure if there's been a change with manufacturing, but it just feels like there's a pretty significant amount of ghosting. I have definitely not tried a whole lot of different journals that are being used out on the market. I know the Dingbat one, I've heard the Dingbat one is really good and the pages are thicker and there's less of a ghosting issue. I'm too far into this bullet journal to switch now, but I'm thinking about trying the Dingbat one next time, just in case you're wondering about the whole ghosting situation. And then in addition to doing YouTube videos about bullet journaling and painting and sketching, I am a quilt pattern designer. And I wanted to have a page where I could list the different quilt designs and different quilt block designs that I want to design. So that's a page that specifically is for me. Okay, and then these are my last 2 collections, and this may just be TMI, but frankly, probably most of the people doing bullet journaling, I can't say this for certain, but it seems like there are lots of girls and ladies who bullet journal, so you could totally feel me, you totally get me on this one. I wanted to have a lady tracker, and if you're a girl or a lady, then you know what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to go into that any further. But I like the little poppies, and I just thought that really turned out cute. And then last but not least, I added my bucket list, and I have it separated into 2 columns, which I'm thinking about making just personal bucket list and my business bucket list. So that's kind of how I've gotten started. I know I was kind of, talkative and chatty on this video, very informal, but you all know me. I don't spend a whole lot of time trying to cut and edit and cover up my mistakes. I'm a hot mess and I know it and you all know it, but I'm hoping we can just have fun and relate to each other and share our ideas. If you have any other bullet journal collection ideas that you think should go in, tell me now before I start setting up my monthly spreads. You don't have to put all your collections at the beginning of your bullet journal, obviously, but I prefer to have all of my collections that I'm going to be interacting with on a regular basis at the beginning, if at all possible. So if you can think of anything else you think I should put in here at the front, at the start, then definitely leave a comment down below, because I would rather you tell me now so I can go ahead and put it in before I go ahead and add my August monthly stuff. So I hope this was helpful to you all, maybe a little bit inspirational if you're thinking about starting a new bullet journal. I know it's kind of random in the middle of the year, but you know what? I figured this is my tool. It's there to help me. It's helped me to be productive and organized. So whenever I need it to start, that's when I'm going to start it. So thank you all so much again for stopping by. Again, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the little bell icon so you're notified every time I post something new. And again, any ideas for collections that should go in the beginning of my journal, please comment those down below as well. Thank you all again so much for stopping by, and I will see you again next time. Bye!